What's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'd like to invite you to subscribe. And at the end of the video, if you liked it, hit the thumbs up. And I would also like you to click the bell below, which will notify you if we have new videos uploaded. So today we're gonna do something really special, and it's cleaning gear. So this is not just your regular cleaning by wiping it, but actually it's cleaning the sensor. We're also gonna sanitize, disinfect, and deodorize the cameras. So I've been doing this for years, and I like to show you how I do it. So I'll start first with the materials that I have over here. So I got this cleaning kit. There are a lot of cleaning kits that you can buy online. I'm gonna include a link below in the description so you'd know where to get this. So this is very specific. It's for APS-C crop sensor. So the swabs are much smaller, and you can also get one for full frame. So some other kits come with all the bells and whistles. They have wipes, they come with this air blower. So this air blower actually didn't come with this kit. I bought this separately, and this is for removing dust. Okay, I have some towels over here. I have a Q-tip, and I have some cotton balls. And here's my trusty alcohol. So some people would not like to use alcohol, but I've been doing this for years. I think if it's applied properly, it will be good for your camera. So we're gonna use this to disinfect and sanitize our equipment. So for today, I have a Z50. So this is a crop sensor. I also have my Nikon D1X. It's an old camera. And the reason why I included this in the video is because it has a different approach in cleaning. Mechanically, I'm gonna show you, and electronically, I'll show you why and how to do it. And we're also gonna clean a lens. Okay, so I forgot to mention, I have a lens pen also with me over here. All right, so it has a brush at the tip, okay? And then it also has this soft tip over here that absorbs dust and dirt. So we're gonna use this also later on. Okay, so let's start doing this. I'm first gonna, what I normally do is I'm gonna just air blow the camera body and try to remove as much dust as possible. I'm not gonna remove the lens yet, but as you can see, like for the Z50, it has an articulated screen. So I'll just open this up and try to remove dust that could be caught here in between the parts of the hinge and also at the back portion. Okay. All right, so that's the initial step. Now, we're gonna clean the sensor. So I'm gonna bring out now one swab and the solution. Okay, here. All right, so I'm gonna remove the lens now. And as you can see, for a mirrorless camera, the sensor is already exposed. So there's no shutter curtain that needs to be out of the way in order to access this. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start blowing off some dust, and I'm gonna make the camera face downward, so whatever dust is in there would fall down. Okay, another thing that I'll do is I'm gonna use my lens pen and use this brush to remove some dust that could not come out using the air blower. And I will also brush specifically the lens contacts over here. Okay, and I'm gonna use an air blower again one more time. Okay, that's it. So how often should you clean the sensor? It's really up to you on how often you use it. Maybe once a month or every 3 months. So it really depends. You just need to be extra careful as you clean it. And for the sensor, how would you know if you need to clean it? So you can do it periodically, or there are times that you would shoot outdoors and you're using a really small aperture, let's say f11, f16, f22, and when you shoot the sky, and it's very bright, that's the time that you will notice in your image that there are like dark spots all over, and those are the dirt that you need to remove from the sensor. So just take a look at the picture that I'm posting right here. Here's a sample where you can see that there are spots in the image, and it only became obvious to me when I shoot it in broad daylight. Okay, so that could be one way to also check it, but nevertheless, I also find time to clean it periodically and sanitize it. So it's not just the sensor that we're cleaning, but we're also cleaning the body and making sure that it's disinfected and cleaned. Another way to determine if your camera needs cleaning is sometimes when it has an odor already, it doesn't smell good, you know it's dirty. So anything that's dirty will smell bad, anything that's clean will smell good. Okay, so now I'm gonna prepare our swab. Okay, hoping there was a bit of ASMR there. Okay, stuff plastic. Okay, so here's our swab. Now we're gonna put the sensor cleaner on it. This only requires just a few drops. Okay, so we don't want to soak the swab with the solution, so we'll just pour a few drops on it. Sorry. Okay, there. So I'm just gonna put a few drops on the swab. Okay, so that's enough, and we're just gonna stroke this across the sensor back and forth. Really just clean out any dust that's stuck in there. And I'm also gonna use the air blower a bit to make sure that it's dry, and also use the brush to loosen anything there, and to finish it off I'm gonna use the tip of the lens pen. So this works for lenses and also works for the sensor. I'm not gonna apply too much pressure, but I'm just gonna make it move around in circles, and that's it. I'm good. Okay, so now before putting back the sensor, I'm gonna start cleaning the inside of the lens. So as you can see, there's a bit of dust. I'll just brush it all around, including the contacts. Air blow it, pointing down, and I'm gonna use a lens cleaner. Once again, I'll use the soft tip and just use a circular motion to remove any dirt. Okay, that's it for the back portion. Then open the front cap and clean the front lens element. So once again, I'm gonna use a air blower. I'll use an air blower to clean the front side. Brush it a bit. And then use the soft tip of the lens cleaner in a circular motion to clean it. Okay. Now I'm gonna clean the body. So this has a small rig cage. I'm just gonna remove it very quickly, get it out of the way. Okay, so now I will use a cotton ball and just add a bit of alcohol. I'm not gonna make it really damp, just enough for it to absorb the alcohol, and start wiping the body, making sure that I clean every area of it. I'm not pressing hard on it, and there's not much alcohol that could ruin the body. It's just enough to sanitize it and also deodorize it. So I'm just gonna go all around and wipe it. I'm gonna lift up again the LCD panel and start cleaning inside all these areas that have been collecting dust. including the back portion of the LCD. Okay. Alright, so most especially contact areas of the face. So here in the eye cup, hot shoe, I'll clean it also, so I make sure that the contacts are good. Alright, and there are also areas here in between the dial that are hard to reach. So this is where I'm gonna use my Q-tip and use it for the tight areas that I couldn't reach earlier. So I also do rub this with a bit of alcohol in the LCD screen and in the viewfinder, and I'll make sure that I air dry it and also wipe it with a microfiber to make the glass clean and smooth. So there it is. So you know it's really clean when there's no grime. You'd see your cotton ball get a bit dark, and most of all is you'd know it's clean when you sniff it and it smells really good. Yeah, so that smells like a fresh camera. So I also place this immediately after in my dry box, and the dry box will also help evaporate whatever alcohol that was spread in the camera, so that should make it nice and dry. So I'll also clean my SmartRig cage, just rub it with this cotton ball with alcohol, and I can install it back to my Z50. Now I can also test if everything's working fine. And I'll just take a shot, and it works perfectly. Okay, so that's it for the Z50, and now we're gonna clean the D1X. Now the difference with the D1X, since this is a very old camera, unlike the mirrorless Z50, you have instant access with the sensor. This one, you have to bypass the shutter curtain. And unlike some DSLRs, you have a function in the menu that will allow the mirror to be lifted up, and that will give you access to the sensor. But for this, there's no way to do it except connecting this directly to AC power. So there's an accessory for the D1X that will give you AC power directly to the camera, and it just needs to be plugged here in front, and this will give me access in the menu. I can easily open now the shutter curtain for cleaning. So I just need to switch to mirror lockup and go to CCD cleaning and switch it on. And then I will do the same process. I will use an air blower first and just blow out whatever dust is in the mirror box. I'll use the camera facing downward so that any dust will also fall off easily. Okay, so sometimes when you clean the sensor, you would still see something in the viewfinder, like there would be like some dirt or obstruction, and it's not always the case that the dirt is in the sensor, but it would be more on the mirror. So you need to have the mirror cleaned or have a professional clean the pentaprism. This will remove any dust that's really stuck there. I'll make sure that I clean the element and the contacts for the lens. And we're good to go. So after this, I'm gonna put it inside the dry box, leave it there, and just store it properly until I use the cameras once again. And we're done cleaning the camera gear. So I hope this encourages you to bring out your own gear start cleaning them, store them properly. We have a lot of time now during the COVID-19. It's also very important that we sanitize the gear that we use. So I hope you find this video helpful. Until my next episode, I'll see you guys soon.